10 years of YouTubing, and look where we are now. We're right where we started, but with 234 extra videos. I guess this would be the 235th or 236th video to Zirkzank's channel. Started out as 3Me Cool back in the day, just random typing into thing. Wanted a name that sounded cool. Cool sounds cool, so you put in cool. Wanted a number, I don't know, number 3. Put the number at the start instead of the number at the end. I don't know. 3Me Cool. Whatever. Changed to Zirkzank eventually though. It's been a long journey. I think it's weird when I think back and think that this channel that I'm making videos on is 10 years old, and I have been uploading videos to it for 10 years. 10 years is a long time. That's half my life. And that's 10% of someone's life who's 100. So I don't know how you want to say that. That's a significant amount of time. It doesn't feel like it should have been that long. It doesn't feel like that amount of 10 years shouldn't have been 10 years ago that I made this. It's a very interesting thing. I'm tired because I've been awake now for about 28 hours. Looking down at the clock, I've been awake for 28 hours, but I had to make this video because it is December the 23rd, 2016. Made this channel December the 23rd, 2016. Fucking 2006. I'm very tired. And that was 10 years ago. I've watched YouTube grow and develop. I've watched the internet grow and develop. I've watched video games develop. I mean, I wasn't there at the start of video games. I was in the 80s or the 70s or the 60s, depending on how far back you want to go, what you want to call a game, if you want to determine whether it's a commercial or private, and who the first person was. But point is, yeah, I've watched games evolve over the past 10 years, watched YouTube evolve, and internet culture, technology mainly. It's mainly technology as a thing. The difference between what you could do in 2006, what you can do now, I know it's a lot to think about, but I'm not thinking about it right now because I'm going to go to sleep because I'm fucking tired. But yeah, 10 years of the channel. Hope this suffices for the special 10-year anniversary special. Ooh, it's special, and all this kind of fantastic wonderment and fancy schmancy shit. No, it feels good to have had a channel for 10 years, definitely. I'm happy that I've stuck to this. I'm glad that I've got 170 subscribers. Even though I've seen people get 100,000 subscribers in a couple of months. I don't know. I guess I'm just disappointed because I always assumed that by this point in my life I would have been successful. I just assumed that as long as I kept making videos, as long as I kept trying to produce content, that eventually I'd become successful. It doesn't work like that. You just have to be really lucky and be in the right place at the right time. It's like that for everything, in business, in YouTube, in just anything. You have to be in the right place at the right time and just be lucky. Same with romance. Same with everything. Everything is just a matter of luck. You can put extra effort into things to increase your chances of having a favorable outcome. But at the end of the day, it is all just down to luck. You can never 100% make something happen in a certain way. Just because physics in the universe just don't work 100% like that. So that's all I really have to say about that. That I was not lucky enough to become as successful as any of my YouTube idols who I've watched for the past 10 years. People who got me into YouTube when I first joined, the kind of channels I liked, like Film Cow. You may know from the Spatula Madness, Eduardo Spatula Hands, man-eater giraffes, Charlie the Unicorn, llamas with hats, and ferrets, just all his cartoons, and Knox's Corner 1, Robert Benfer, Knox, he did his Knoxcast radio with Jason, he was good friends with Jason, the film cow guy, Jason Steele, Robert Benfer, these guys, Smosh. I remember liking Smosh. It's a different type of comedy, you know, sketches, all these other animations. The guys on Newgrounds, who also went onto YouTube as well, but yeah, I watched the development of all of these people and followed the life of all these bloggers and YouTube content creators, and I always assumed that if I just kept at it for 10 years, I'd be where they were 10 years ago, which was successful. Like, they managed to get their success, I would say, over a matter of years, months, that was less than 10. So I thought, well, you know, I make videos for 10 years, eventually be at that point. Disappointing to see that I've not achieved that, but I don't feel downhearted by it, because I understood that it was all a matter of luck. So it's not like I'm annoyed by it or upset. I'm not even surprised. I'm just disappointed. Like, well, could have been better, could be better, but I did what I made the videos that I wanted to make. I never went to do stuff that I thought I wouldn't enjoy making, and stuff that people wouldn't enjoy watching. So I stuck to what I wanted to do. I never went to make like those clickbait top 10 lists. I kept saying I would, just to see how it worked, but I never got around to it, just because it's just not my style. I just don't feel like doing that. If I do, it would be for a joke, like the top 10 flavors of Lucozade, when I think that there are only like 8 flavors. So the top 10 flavors of Lucozade would be a great one to do. So yeah, that's the channelness of Zirkzank. Made my Minecraft series, big long series there. That was fun, I think. Not that fun, but it was fun to make, fun to learning experience. I thought that would get successful, you know, being funny on a webcam, talking about interesting things while talking over a Minecraft gameplay, because that's what everyone else had done. So, well, if everyone else has done it, I could do it and be like them, except they did it before I did it, so therefore they got the success from it. That's how it works. Like, you have to be the first one to do it. I'm definitely the first one to be doing Zirkzank Says. So, yo, contact me if you want to make a Zirkzank Says. We can license it. I can sort you out with the licensing. You know, like, it'll be like reacting. But instead of reacting, this is saying things. The Fine Bros tried to copyright people reacting, so that you would have to, they could sue you if you made a video where you reacted to something. So I'm going to make a legal proposition that I'll sue you if you make a video where you say anything, because I'm copyrighting Zirkzank Says, I'm copyrighting saying things. So now, from this point onwards on YouTube, you can't say anything unless you have to say it to me, and then I'll tell you whether you can say it. Oh yeah, if I don't like it, I'll sue you. No. That's why YouTube sucks these days. It's definitely a bad platform for making videos and doing whatever this is. There's no success to be had here. I'm going to be looking in other places, though I'm still going to be uploading videos here. I just don't see this ever taking off. I imagined it could take off. Now I know it's reached a point where it can't take off, and I'm fine with that. I don't want it to take off because I don't like the platform of YouTube. YouTube is very disrespectful to their developers, to their content creators. The algorithms, they don't tell people about how they work. They don't tell people when they're going to change them. They just make it so that good content can get less views than bad content, and that's fine, because the algorithms don't base it on quality of the product, they base it on the quantity of the product, how much of it there is, how long a video is, how often it gets uploaded, that kind of shit. How much ad revenue it gets, how long it keeps people on the website. So, I don't know where I'm going with this. All I have to say is, it's been fun, 10 years of YouTube. I'll keep making videos, but I have very limited interest in doing it when in the situation where it's like, I don't respect YouTube that much. So, when I make videos, it's kind of like with a little bit of a going against really what I want to be doing, but it's still the best platform. I have made a VidMe channel. Been putting the videos on VidMe. If you want to check out my VidMe, it's just got the same stuff that I've got here, but less. Some of my videos just wouldn't transfer there, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Check out my Twitter, where I post my YouTube videos. It's all very, very plain and quite cyclical. Ciclid. That's a fish. I made an Instagram account where I took some pictures of stuff on my desk. You know, getting that social networking, social platforming done. Don't really have a Facebook page yet. Don't have my website anymore. I had a website, Zirkzank.com, and I was paying for hosting for it for ages, and then I was just like, well, I'm not using my website for anything. It's costing me like £5 a month to keep it. I'm like, I don't want this. £5 a month and then £10 a year to renew the domain is expensive. Considering I wasn't using it, paying like £70, well, £65, £70, £65, fuck it, I'm tired. It's a lot of money to spend a year on a website that you're not using. So I cancelled it, and there's like, I said, but if I want to restart this again at some point, I can do that. He's like, yeah, of course. So at some point, if I wanted to restart Zirkzank.com, I could do that. Except that's not true, because they sold my domain to like one of those ad revenue websites, and if I want to get Zirkzank.com, the domain back, it will cost me £700. They will charge me £700 to get my website back, because it's technically not my website. So, I don't know what you want to think of that. I think that's absolutely fucking bullshit. It's my website, and the people told me that I could just get it back if I wanted to pay it again. I don't know why they value it. They value my website at £700. They value the domain as being a £700 worth domain. I'm not paying £700 to get it back, so I'm just gonna, if I have to change my name, I will change the name from Zirkzank to something else, because I'm not paying that much money for my fucking Zirkzank. Stick with Zipporal Entertainment. It's down there. No, it's down there. That's Zipporal Entertainment down there. That is the future. Remember that. When you think entertainment in the future, you're thinking Zipporal Entertainment. When you think Zipporal, you're thinking entertainment. When you think entertainment, you're thinking Zipporal. When you think Zipporal Entertainment, you're thinking, my God, I did not know it could get this good. But it did. And you're welcome. Thanks to me, and mostly thanks to the Zipporal Entertainment team. The Zipporal Entertainment team, not as enthusiastic about this yet, but they'll be more enthusiastic than I am when things kick off. And I say when things kick off, and I mean if things kick off. It's very unlikely. When you plan something, it never goes the way you want it to. That's what this channel is evident of. It only goes in a certain way if you're lucky enough. You have to put in all of the effort that you can, but then a lot of it is still down to luck. So, if you were to make a games company, or an entertainment company, or just any kind of company, it's still down to luck. You can make the best product in the world, and everyone could know about it, but it's still down to luck whether people are interested or not. And then there are people who can sabotage you, but it's not even about that. It's just about being in the right place at the right time. You might have the best product in the world, but people don't need it today, so you stop trying to sell your product, and then tomorrow they need it, someone else comes along with the exact same product, but they came a day later when it was needed, and they are the ones who, grow from that, succeed from that. But that's what I want to do, basically. It's Pro Entertainment. I don't want to jinx this by saying what I want to do, but I'm going to jinx it anyway because I already have enough bad luck. I'm going to jinx it and say that eventually Zirkzank Entertainment will make lots of money so that I can eventually make the MMO that people want to play. Like, the MMORPG that people who like MMORPGs want to play, the MMORPG that people who don't like MMORPGs want to play, the game that people want to play because, oh my god, it's good. I've got a lot of ideas. It's about more than ideas. It's about knowing what people want. It's not about having ideas that I want to bring to people, which is that's a small part of game design. Biggest part is understanding what a player will play through, how they will react to that, and then how they will keep reacting, how the game will make them react, and so on. It's a cycle. It's about risk. No, it's about challenge, desire, reward. Reward creates desire. Desire creates challenge. Challenge creates reward. It's a triangle. Each one creates each one. And it's a cycle, so that no matter where you are in the triangle, you're at desire, you're at reward, you're at challenge. There's challenge, you desire to overcome the challenge. There's challenge for a reward. There's a desire for a reward. There's challenge to get the reward. There's reward is challenge, and I can't think it properly right now, but you just get what I'm saying. That's just a fundamental principle of games development, and the only way you can ever test that is by playing a game yourself and getting other people to play it and just seeing if they feel justly rewarded for what they do, if they feel like they're being challenged, and if they desire to overcome a challenge, if they desire a reward, if they get a reward and they feel like that they desire it and that it was challenging. And I'm not going to try and explain it, but the point is, there's something about the games that just feels good, and there's something about some games that just feels bad, something about some games that just feels empty. I want to make games that don't feel empty. I want to make games that feel that good sweet spot of like, yes, I'm enjoying this. I want to play more of this. This is good. That feeling. You can't put that feeling into formulas and calculations and stuff, but it's definitely not microtransactions and gambling. Fuck gambling, fuck microtransactions. Fuck ISIS. Am I right? Music is pretty cool too. Except I struggle with music more than I struggle with games. Now my phone's ringing. Well, that's the end of the episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a member of this community for 10 years. And I'll see you next year.